great AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Brooklyn Beats. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Greystone travel. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
They'll start the drive with Washington. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Being chased out left, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Hey, check one, check one. Watch it, five. Hey, watch the five.
Second and 11. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First down, Tennessee.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot.
Washington now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got an open man, it's Ratley. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Check 24, check 24. Go.
On second down now, it's Washington, and they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like...
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Titans 7, Beats nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 90 Wolf. 6'6", pull it high. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's done. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, it's done. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go, Gee. Mike 9.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check. Check 52. Hey, Haywood.
Second and 10. Caught by Nelson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Break. Gone. It's our field. Fire.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Check.
Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Check 25. Hey.
They'll set up a throw. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught. And touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, let's get in them holes. Recon, 132 fighter. Hut. Ready.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's coming. We got double up. Topper. Tighten up.
They run with Washington. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They cannot block.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm on. Mike 55.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11.
Come on, set.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Move. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
On the ready. Watch it. 22 jet bomber. Watch the slant. Rush in. Now.
Running it, Washington. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? Switch. Pilot, 64, weak.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. But they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
On first down, Dunn gets by him, and now a little daylight. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's at the 50. He's at the 40.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Back. 61, matchbox, lights. Out. Put up.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Ready?
Now Washington. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go. It's a loss of 1 on first down.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I go.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Switch. Check 6-6, pull it high. Hey, alert 3. Lightning. Hit it.
On the give, this is Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Draw Corker. Seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. All day, dog. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Roll out. Begin. Go. Yo. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Here we go. 50, plant. Right, 54. I got you.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A handoff for Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Go. 5.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D.
2nd and 4. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Say,
Hey, Zoo.
watch it go. Watch it quick.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
15 line. Rock it. No. And get it.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
General West. Check.
On third down, here's Washington. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
22, he's coming, 22.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Safety's creeping.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Slam. Hey, orbit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? He'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. Go. Now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Here we go.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Blue down. Check your hot read.
80 weapons.
Tight go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Hey, Haywood.
43's the Mike.
Be Griffin.
Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 39-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 9. Go.
2nd and 14. Dancing to his left. He's able to find Wallace. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Kill. 61, matchbox lights. Smooth. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
56, Mike, 56, right there. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Nelson. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Look, squeeze. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, exit. Jump. Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Check three. SOS. Protein spill. Sick guy. Check 6. Go. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. X3. 218. Chop. He's coming. Double up. Check 99.
Right back to Washington. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Jim. Four. Alert 3. Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Switch. Ready. 55. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment if they just kick the field goal right here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. On the move to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Does the big boy have the juice? 30, the 20. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Wide, get wide. Topper. Pick the edge. Come. Deep grip.
On 1st down, it's Washington. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
At the 14-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. Undercrush.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
On the set. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Clear. Offside.
They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check, 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 check. Pilot, 64, weak. 52.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Brings up 4th down